All right, guys. New York. Let's get it started, y'all. Feel that rhythm. Feel that blues. And let it hit the soul, baby. I love New York. Let's get it going. All right, I'm going to let y'all rock with it. You're now rocking to the sounds of Prince Sports. Woo! That's fire right there, baby. That's fire right there. New York, stand up. Get your pride going. Let's do this. I'm gonna let it rock. I'm gonna let it rock for y'all. No, you gotta let the music hit the soul. Gotta let it hit the soul, baby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. New York Knicks style, baby. This is New York Knicks rebuild season 2021. I have to do it. It's New York. It's NYC. It's Queens. It's Brooklyn. It's the Bronx. It's Staten Island. It's Manhattan. Harlem World. All over New York. I had to do it, guys. My city's taking the beating right now. So I got to do something to pump life back into the veins of New York. New York, stand up, baby. We got to do this. All right? I'm going to present to you guys with great pride. This is Prince Sports. I'm going to provide you with great pride. The heart and soul of NYC. Me, Prince Sports. Born and raised New Yorker. I walk New York. I talk New York. I am New York. And let me tell you this much. I can't sit back and let my city take an ass whooping like that. We got to stand up and do something. All right? So with that being said, we're going to do the 2021 New York Knicks season rebuild. We're going to try to bring the Knicks back to prosperity. Try to bring them back to the playoffs. They're a young, beat up team right now, and they need some help. All right? And the only way to get through this tough time is one factor, one way, is do sports, right? Sports heal the mind, it heals the body, it heals the soul. All right? And I know a lot of people in New York need some help right now. And I'd be more than glad to lend out my 2 cents and represent for my city. All right? The place that made me. And I can't do it, man. I sat back too long. The losses, the losing. We got to do something. All right? Now, if you watch New York Knicks basketball, you know one thing for sure. We're lacking a point guard. Okay? We need a real point guard to run this offense. Guess who's a free agent this year? He's not an eye popper, but his name is Fred VanVleet from the Toronto Raptors. If I'm the Knicks, I'm going after him. All right? I'm going to start my season off with getting Fred VanVleet. I'm going to keep Dennis Smith Jr. Okay? I'm going to keep him. Now, what I want to do is I want to fire my coach. Because we're a young, promising team, right? And a lot of teams, in order for them to be successful, they have to have a coach that they respect. And I want a coach that I can respect. I want a coach that breathes New York, that walks New York. You know what I'm saying? I want a coach that does that. I want Mark Jackson. Mama, there goes that man. I want Mark Jackson as my coach, you know? Now, some of this is fantasy stuff, but this is what I want for the New York Knicks. This is what I want for my city, you know? Now, I know there's a good chance that none of this is not going to happen. There's a good chance that, you know, they just going to go back into trying to be a rebuilding team. I don't mind that. I'm good with that. But I want Mark Jackson to start my coaching. And he's good at coaching point guards. You get Fred VanVleet in there. You got Dennis Smith Jr. to come off the bench. I like that so far. You know, I'm not too shabby on that. Also, Gordon, the Dragon, I can't pronounce this guy's last name. I don't know why I'm getting a tongue twister with his last name. But the Dragon from Miami Heat, Gordon Dragic. There you go. I want, if Dennis Smith can't work it out, I want to get him as my backup point guard. If I could get him as my backup point guard, I'm good with that too. Now, I do got a rising star in J.R. Bennett. All right? So I got him. Barrett, sorry. I got J.R. Barrett. He's a rising star. He's good. Okay? He's a little inconsistent. I mean, he's a rookie though. So he's a left-hand shooter. I mean, he's getting better. All right? But I want to keep him on my team. I want to keep developing that player. All right? So that's the guy I want to keep on my team. I'm going to make sure he stays on my team. So he's going to be my first piece. So we're going to start with the starting point guard. We're going to start with Fred VanVleet. All right? And we're going to move RJ. We're going to keep him at the 3. We're going to keep RJ at the 3. So I got 2 starters so far, and I got a new coach. That's what I want. All right? Now, there's another player that's on the move. Lakers may not re-sign him. And the Knicks are good with working with pieces like this. He's perfect for New York. He has attitude. He's tough-minded. He's grimy. He's from the block. He has hoodness to him. I want DeMarcus Cousins in New York Knicks. I want DeMarcus Cousins as my 5. That's my center. I want him as my 5. Okay? And that gives me 3 starters right there. I got DeMarcus Cousins. I got RJ Barrett. I got Fred VanVleet from Toronto Raptors. I got Mark Jackson as my coach. I got 3 players right there that help turn New York around. The crowd is going wild. People are happy. People in MSG are jumping up and down. They representing New York. They're happy. They're pride. Now, let me hold on. Let me stop. Let me stop a little bit. Okay? Because my blood is flowing right now just thinking about this because I want New York to come back. Okay? That good feel of a good slice of New York pizza. A New York hot dog. Walking down the block with your Diddy Bop New York. You know, your New Yorkness to it. You know? Shout out to everybody from New York, you know, because I'm getting happy thinking about this. Now, we do get a lot of scrubs on the Knicks, okay? So, we're going to have to let some pieces go. But if we could keep Dennis Smith, have him come off the bench, that's good. All right? I'm good with that, okay? So, my biggest 3 components is those 3 starters that I have, all right? Now, who do I want for my 4, okay? It's a little tricky. There's a lot of good players out there, but I want a guy to come off the bench. I want Kenneth Faried to come off the bench, okay? I want him. You know, I want him to come off the bench for the Knicks. I think he's a good pickup, all right? That's another good pickup. Now, I need some more griminess to my team. This guy I keep throwing into the mix. A rebounder, offensive rebounder. I want this guy to be my starting 4. Okay? Andre Drummond. Okay, I would love to see him in New York. I put him in a lot of scenarios because he fits a lot of teams. So, Andre Drummond, RJ Barrett, Fred VanVleet. All right? And DeMarcus Cousins, that's 4. I got my share of bigs. All right? So, now who else can I get to shoot the lights out? Who else can I get at the shooting guard position? If we can't get a good draft pick at the during the draft, a good promising college basketball player at the draft, that could be a little tricky for my shooting guard. So I want a player that's gonna give me some good instant offense. That's a must. You know what I mean? I need a player that could give me some good instant offense. Okay. By the way, I still got Julius Randle. Okay, I want to keep Julius Randle. I mean, you know what? Julius Randle, I like him, but we may could trade him. Okay, we may could trade Julius Randle. All right. Now, if I could trade Julius Randle for a shooting guard, maybe they could do a sign and trade to give me DeMar DeRozan. Okay. So let's just say in a pipe dream scenario, I could get DeMar DeRozan, okay? He's an upcoming free agent pretty soon too. I think it's this season. But I don't think the Knicks are going to have enough salary cap to re-sign these guys. So you could do like a sign and trade and give give them something back. You could give San Antonio something back. So you could take Julius Randle if you need him, San Antonio, but I don't know if they're going to do it. But if you could give me DeMar DeRozan, Fred VanVleet, I'm going to take RJ, I'm going to take Drummond, and I'm going to take DeMarcus Cousins. That's my starting five. All right? Now, that may take up most of my salary cap, so I may have to have a weak bench. Okay? But if I could keep Dennis Smith Jr., he'll come off the bench. Bobby Portis, I could keep him probably. There's a couple good players. Reggie Bullock, I could probably keep him. So, Mitchell Robinson, these are a bunch of young bucks, or I could just go in the draft and take my chances and try to develop some of those players. But in a pipe dream scenario, in a realistic scenario, they could get some of those pieces. So hopefully they could get at least some of those pieces, and I'd be glad with. Now, let's say the Knicks can't get none of those guys. Now, let's say they could just only get one, but then add another one, and then get just one big star. Here's one big star that Knicks should go after. They should go full in on. He could come to the East. He'll be an instant all-star, which he is already because he made it in the West. All right? Here's a shocker. Give me Brandon Ingram. I want skinny, toothpick, no sandwich eating Brandon Ingram on the New York Knicks. If you could give me him, and you could give me I know you could get DeMarcus Cousins. You're going to have to do something that if you're a franchise, you can't land a guy that most teams trying to dump on, DeMarcus Cousins, something wrong with you. So give me Brandon Ingram. I take DeMarcus Cousins. All right? Those are two realistic choices I could get too. And if for some reason you could pull off a miracle and get Fred VanVleet, that'd be good. Imagine that lineup. Okay? Imagine that lineup. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. And then we would have something to go after Brooklyn Nets on with. So, New York Knicks, let's make it happen. Let's do it. Peace. And one more thing. If he's available, give me Carmelo Anthony for a farewell season for New York Knicks. And I didn't mention Kevin Knox because he's cool. You can still keep him on the squad, but if he got to go, then he got to go. But Carmelo Anthony for a final season in New York, not bad. Peace.